Grand rising, grand rising. Gods and goddesses all across the land, rising in consciousness. The rise of the matriarchal, or the matriarchal rise to power, is the name of this game. This is yours and truly, Chief David Julian Roberts. Ain't come here to play no games. Come here to change and destroy your old system that was corrupted in the beginning, from the time it started and now ended in the Aquarius age. The people of the world, the people of Barbados, which is the land of Ishiguni Naim, and the history that goes from Barbados throughout the whole land, as well as the 2 centuries or so that went missing from history of the prevalence against our enemies and the power of the people of the land of Ishigui Naim. Now, let me start by saying that Barbados is not new to a rebellion, and it's not new to positive, good energies. Don't mind the people now think that there's no way of getting out of a system that is upon us right now, which is not true, because there is a way. There is a revolution coming, and we, the people, the chiefs of the land, the tribes of this land, Barbados, have to unite. What the people call in gangs, you are tribes. You have to unite and come together as one and stop killing one another, stop cheating on one another, stop robbing one another, stop the ignorance that is going on. I have fasted for 3 days on beer water. This is my herbal tea here now that you see. This got in bay leaf, moringa blossoms. I also put in the moringa leaf. Right? Just give me a good flush now, coming off of the fast for 3 days of water. I started from Monday and ended this morning, but only start to flush with some nice warm water and baking soda, and then use these natural herbs. So there's easy ways to fighting anything, but let me move on to the real situation. The situation here is that we, the people of the Ishigui Naim, is no stranger to revolution. Why? Because we have a man back in the day, Crispus Annex, that started the American Revolution against the English, which we call the Dirty Moors that came across from England. And you know, along these Dirty Moors, you got the conquistadors, the Tudors, and the Tuscans that came from Europe. Crispus Annex was the shot that the whole world heard about. The shot the whole world heard about. Yes, he was the one that took the first shot in the American Revolution. As well, growing up with the fifth George Washington, which is George Augustine, as well as Prince Hall, that started the Prince Hall Lodges, as well as Benjamin Banneker. Now, these 4 men are from Barbados and known to history as great men that started a revolution in technology, revolution in the politics, as well as revolution of the people of America against the English crown. Now we know for sure that there's no more King Charles. The king is gone. Long time, anyway. They only say that the king is still living because they're trying to prolong their agenda, whatever agenda they have. But their agenda will fail coming with the eclipse on April the 8th. Barbados is no joke. It was a Tartarian entry port, and histories go back to the Tartarian Empire. And the dirty Moors here in Barbados keep the history from the people of Barbados. All it is Hillary Beckles and them that keep the history from Barbados. So the people need to know the truth of the origins of Barbados, the connection to the Titans, and the connection to Haiti. The connection to Haiti with Toussaint and the revolution. And now we have Matriarchal in Haiti starting a revolution. Not really starting the revolution, finishing up an old war conjure that was on the land of Haiti. He's finishing it up. As well as we have now the canal that now built, which will represent the womb of the mother. As above, so below. So as a people, you need to know the truth. You need to know the history of your own land. You do not know the truth because what you have been taught and fed in schools is nothing but pure foolishness. Not only pure foolishness, pure ignorance on the people. Because everything they taught was wrong, from the English right back down to the geography was wrong on this land, on every land, and they put everything wrong towards the people of this country. I say this as one of the chiefs, one of them. I'm not the main chief, but I'm one of the chiefs, and we have chiefs all over Barbados. I grew up with a couple of them, and we think alike, and we know the truth. And we know what's coming, and we know the great change that is coming for this country called Barbados, which is really Ishiguri Naim. A people of the Ishiguri Naim must rise in confidence and rise with divinity of self-knowledge and knowing self to move forward in this great day of the rising of the golden age and the rising, or the matriarchal rising to power. I say this: women of this land need to know the true history, connection with the pirates of the West Indies, or we will call the Americas, and how the people thief the children of the land to carry them to Europe for re-education and brainwashing, I should say, something close to MK Ultra. And that's why you see the people today are so lost because of a time period with history being wiped out and brainwashing beginning from then until now, where it's going to finish, as we see for this Aquarius age. I would say that you, the people, have all that you need right now, which is you have the knowledge that is out here right now. Don't mind how much shadow banning these sites do. They can't stop the truth. Even if it comes from word of mouth on the streets, you can move forward in this vibration. Now is a time for the people and the women, or I should say the men and the women or the men, because this is the matriarchal age, to move together and move as a balance in this time of great need of divinity. So, as I say to you in the native original tongue, Otishakatai kamatachi kitika kowa ishikitikawa kamatishiki kotashi kata usuko kotanyi ka aiyaka. Change all that is around you. change all that is within you. No more for foolishness of ignorance plaguing your people, your men or your women on this land. For the birthing process of bringing forward the star seeds into this world will now begin with the proper dueling system, whether it be the birthing doulas and the classes that we have with, you have Phoenix Rising, have the classes overseas, and now you have the Empress getting ready to take the throne, the right earth seat throne, which are by earth right and blood right to the throne, Empress Shaka Rare Bird. Her coronation will be the day before the eclipse. Hopefully that will probably be the 7th. And we will see a great blessings and divinity on the land. Now, whosoever know to stand with the left foot in front of the right foot, know that it is time to give the power back to the matriarchal energy. And I'm talking about you organizations, you lodges out there. It is no more time for games. You have to release all the funds on the land to the people and to the original chiefs. You know who they are, so that the people could be blessed on the land. This sufferation that the star seeds and the chiefs were going through for many, 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 many centuries have to end, and it will end, and it will end soon, and as soon as possible, because my words do not touch the ground, they touch the sky. I have already spoken to the earth dragon. We already have the rising of the earth dragon coming to the surface of the earth. So it is no more time for games with you all. It is time for the resurrection of the soul, and not a fake sky daddy coming out the sky thinking that somebody is going to come and rescue you. It will not happen that way. Why? Why it will not happen that way? Because there is no sky daddy in the first place. And I already spoke on what the word Jesus means. I already spoke on what the Christ is inside of you. I already spoke on these things. So by now, you should know the truth. Right? You should know the truth and know what is ignorance and know when to discern from the foolishness. It is time for you people to rise. We have a PM here that is no good, and we already know that she is connected to one of the Dirty Moors bloodline that came to Barbados. Yes, she is connected to the Dirty Moor bloodline that came to Barbados, whether the Tuscan, the Tudors, or the Conquistadors, and we know that her bloodline is dirty, and she is not a motley, she is a Skinner. They were Skinners, and they just like how they thief everything else, they thief that name as well. So we know and we have factual proof of this with no doubt, and moving forward with confidence. As I speak to my people, I speak to my women and men on the land, that we as a people, or we as a women and men on the land, men and women on the land, should always move in accordance to our divinity, because Barbados is a special place, and is a special place on the earth. It represents not only the main crystal of the energetic pull of magnetism outside of Barbados and on Barbados, but it also represents the eye to see through the mind and through the first eye of the mind, which is to see beyond. That's why we have different people coming here from all over the world, and we want to start their ignorance here so that they think because they come here and this energy here will push their belligerence on the people on the land. But they have been mistaken, because the rise of the Titans already started, and it started in Haiti, and it will be continue with the Titans in Barbados to rise as well. I call in on all the tribal leaders on this land. You know who I'm talking about. You need to come together with a meeting and meet and to start moving forward and putting this nation and this country first. I should say this island first. Because we are one big land, we are one big connection to the Americas, from North America to South America and all the islands in between. My people, my men and women, my women and men on the land, understand that you have the power to move anything, and you have the power to move mountains. Look at your Tartarian history. Look and see that you were the start of changing this earth into a better place. Till the dirty Moors came and messed everything up. You know the truth. The truth is inside your heart. The truth is beyond what the evil one's comprehension really is, because they live lies. Now, we had a budget, and she said, how much more for the people to bear? I no, she want, we go, no, we said, she said, we have to bear more. Bear more what? The taxes on the land that they are putting is illegal. Everything and the institution, the prison institutions that they have most of the tribal leaders and stuff locked up, most of it is not dealing with the original common law, because the first thing in common law, you have to find the injured party, and a lot of tribal people in jail, there's no injured party according to their different individual cases. As we know that I have also a twin brother locked up in Trinidad and Tobago for going to 11 years May October, and he's locked up for trafficking when there is no injured party. There's no injured party in this law, because you have to deal with the basis of common law. Even if you get rid of the Constitution, even if you say that there's no Constitution now, there's basic commandments, which is your scripted book that you don't even follow, because everything in that commandment you do. Everything you break all the commandments, whether it be killing, stealing, murder, the whole 9 yards, you covet everything. You all sorts of stuff that in that commandments you go against those same commandments, the same book that you put your hand on and swear on. Every single treaty you have broken, every single tongue you have told lies to. I say this as one of the chiefs. No more. No more for this ignorance and this foolishness to happen towards the people of Barbados. Because you have the connection. You have the connection to the ancestors. And as you have this connection to the ancestors, you need to connect and turn on, activate, and change everything around you. You have the divine soul and spirit. You have the divine energy from the source to do what you have to do now. My energy is here with you on this land, and they cannot touch me or mess with me. I know who I am. I am no fool. I know who I am. And I know I come to change things. There are a lot of people trying to impersonate me right now and to try to take away or they're trying to, but they can't. They can't mess with my bloodline. My bloodline is very strong, and my bloodline is ancient, and it goes right back to the source. A lot of people trying to play games. I can tell you this, and these social media people are gonna say that people can come after this. Nah, if they come 10 feet within my radius, there's a meet one of my biggest, meanest guardians, Barry and Samadhi, or they shall meet Anubis, and they will see who they're messing with. That is how powerful my energy has risen to. Any stone that you throw towards me right now will come back 10 times full with much strength and power and lick you down. That's like how David threw that stone against Goliath. That is how that stone can come back and move you away from this land. So, as I said, my words do not touch the ground. They always touch the sky. They try to make me look like if I do not know what I'm talking about, when you see clearly that everything I have said has come to pass. Every single thing that I have said has come to pass. Now, my people, the rise of the matriarchal to power is happening as we speak. And as this golden age usher in a new age of divinity, you will know the truth, because all the answers will come to you. All these answers will come to you, because all you have to do is tap into self. And if you want, the easiest way to do that is to do some deep breathing for about 10 to 15 minutes. Let that be a catalyst to carry you into self, so that you will connect with your divinity and all the ancestral lineage that runs in your bloodline. My people, my men and women, I don't want to say my people because the word people, as you know, is another word of trickery, just like the word children and the word kids. These people came, these men, these dirty Moors came and tried to misuse every single thing and the way how we speak to one another and the spells that we throw towards one another. They say that when we say bad language, or what they call in cursing, which is not cursing, which is just a emotional way of speaking. They say that when we use this language, it offends them. The F, the C's, the R's, it offends them. But they don't know that the language they speak from their mouth, offends everything on this plane of existence. Because why? All the language that they speak is nothing but words of death, and they do not know it. Like, just look at the word black. The word black means dead on paper. So these words that they speak, like how they say they never want anyone to write. These is things that they do, even parents towards children. They say these things towards children, the younger generation coming up, to destroy the mental faculties. Now let me say this. Most of the children that didn't do well at school is the ones that was rebelling against the indoctrination and the educational system of ignorance and programming. Remember, it's just another form of MK Ultra, but on a different level. Understand this. We as a people, we know the truth. We know when to speak with power. We know when to hold our tongue. And we know when it's time for this great revolution, for the women to rise and take back their true place on the throne as matriarchal chiefesses on the land, so that they could provide for the next 7 generations down the line. Now, what's going on in Haiti? Matriarchal, the spirit of the land is in him, and he is moving according to the divine energy that comes from the earth and cleaning up the land. He was a police before, and he get other police officers to join him. The ones won't join is the ones that will stand with deep state. Can't happen no more. They tell them, they say straight, you either join with E or you will perish. And that is what is happening now in Haiti. I will say, truth will always be revealed. And for this algorithm that trying to play games, don't play games with me, because I could snap my fingers and shut this algorithm right down, right now. You want to see my power? Don't test my power. Right now, that's all you got to do. I ain't playing no more games. Kuta shika kunda shika kadni shakawa ashika ukaika. Isuko, know your place. Algorithm. No, as I say, I will get ready to end this broadcast, but I just want you to know that your history goes all the way back to the Tartarian, and the lady that bought most of the land in Barbados was a Tartarian. Her name was Bertrice Henry, and she passed on the land to Violet Beckles. And now you know that David Simmons and all those guys thief and stole the land from her and her niece as well, Violet Beckles. We know that is big land fraud, and we know that is a major case going on in Florida with 99 names on it. And I sure I asked and found out, and not asked, saw the list with all the names on it, and we got a lot of people that you saw in Parliament yesterday. All of those people names are on the list. They use the word people towards us, we use it back to them. We are men and women. They will stay as people because they were not operating in the public. They were operating in the private. So if they want, we will treat them like the dead people that they are, because they write us off as dead from the time we came to this earth. So, my people, my tribal leaders on this land of Ishiguni Naim, and my tribal leaders on the land all over this earth, you come together, unite, and it's time to roll up your sleeves and get down to business. This is yours and truly, David Julian Roberts, chief, one of the chiefs of the Ishiguni Naim. Ashe, power be to you and your divinity always. And the matriarchal and the rise of the matriarchal to power in the golden age will be as it is said, as it is written, so it shall be done. Ashe.